My first guest is a psychic coach and prosperity muse who works with leaders just like you to create positive transformation in the world through our gifts and business. Please welcome back to our show. Yep, that's right, back. You missed it the first time. Shame on you. Miss Mimi Quick. Mimi, welcome.
Woo, welcome. How are you? Thank you, Marsha.
Such a pleasure to have you back on our show.
Thank you, Clark. Happy New Year to both of you.
Happy New Year.
Oh, my gosh.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Happy New Year's.
Yeah.
Hey, Mimi, before I get started, you help leaders, as I read, in using their gifts and business. I'm just curious, how does one know what their true gifts are?
Well, this is the way I see it. Our true gifts are really the gifts that we all have, right? We have a body, and I've talked about it. I think I talked about it on the last show, but our body is a gift that we have, and it's used for a specific purpose, right? It's a vehicle to our success and in our business as well. That's one gift that we all possess. And then there's another one called our mind. That's also a tool that we have that we can use, right? It's a gift that we use as a tool. The other spiritual, we can. Those are like two main tools that we have, all of us have, and we can activate right now. But many of us
we
kind
have no excuse for that.
Yeah, no one really sees that, right? Or maybe they do, but they don't know how to activate it. Or how
that's and that's why we have you on the show tonight, so they can figure it out if they don't know. Now,
let's bring some fun energy into it.
No, I'm sorry. I get carried away.
How
do you coach your students during this part of the year? I always hear that, again, this part of the year just cracks me up with everybody making these promises. They don't keep past the second. But how do you approach your students in this part of the year? I know people love to make promises, i.e. New Year's resolutions. Do you encourage resolutions, by the way?
Well, it depends on the person. I really think it's a great time, a good energy to, get your mind around creating something new for yourself. Perhaps you want to drop a habit, that you've been constantly doing and it's been getting on your nerves, but also it may be pulling from your energy without you noticing. So, you want to look at what you've been doing over the course of this whole year that has been taken away from you rather than giving, to you, to in your business, to the world, being in contribution.
Well, you speak a lot on energy balance. What can we do in this quarter, this first quarter of the year, to align our energies with the universe?
Well, you really have to go within. That's the way I see it, Go within, meaning take some time to sit down quietly, really get connected. If you need to put your hand on your heart to just connect with yourself for a moment and say, oh, my goodness, what am I really doing here? Depending on where you're at. Or you need to just say, hey, I'm creating big things. Put your hand on your heart and really connect to that being within you, that energy within you, that divine piece of you to help spark this new year, help spark more creativity and more success for you. And I believe the first part is just connecting. You must connect. You must go within. That's always the first step.
Yeah. And you talked about energy. What does it mean when you talk about pre-paving energy?
When you pre-pave energy, it's like you're laying the foundation down,
Okay.
When you want to build a house, I've never built one, but if you do, right, you lay a foundation, then you put all your building blocks on top of that, whatever they may be.
Right.
The same thing with energy. You want to lay that foundation down, prepare yourself, go within. What daily practice is good for you? You don't have to jump into big overwhelming pieces of daily practices, start with something small. Say an affirmation to yourself. Write it down. Take 5 minutes every day, and then grow upon that.
Mhm. And you also enforce creating that strong foundation to activate what is really desired. Where does that desire need to come from, and so that it's more about your wants? So it's not just about your wants, but your needs.
Right. Okay. So the person who has a desire, whoever that might be, you have to ask yourself, what is this desire all about? Is it coming from spirit, or is it coming from the external world? Like the things that you were told, oh, you should become a doctor, not a psychic. What is that? You know what I mean? The little things that we hear. You want to really hear what your spirit or what you want to do within, and listen to that quiet whispering voice rather than the other things that are going on in your mind or, like I said, externally around you in the environment.